Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Mile High Huddle. I am your host, Kim Becker, and joining me is publisher Chad Jensen. And Chad, with Carson Wentz being officially dealt to the Colts, this is one more quarterback domino that has fallen. So what is next for the Broncos when we're talking about the quarterback trail?
Well, what Broncos fans want to hear and what actually comes next might be two different things. What we know is the buzz and the hype for Deshaun Watson continues to just swell. FanDuel, for example, gave the Broncos the best odds to land Deshaun Watson in a trade, but the Houston Texans are still sticking to their guns. We're not trading him. It's not going to happen. And so the only thing you can even imagine that might get them off of that position is an offer they can't refuse. And is he worth an offer that, another team couldn't refuse? That would mean multiple ones and all that. Now, I'm not here to debate that. Deshaun Watson, it's still in the ether. I'm very skeptical that anything's going to come of it, but it's still out there. And the bettors are taking money on it and the whole 9 yards. You get beyond him, and there's the very vague rumblings out of Seattle that maybe Russell Wilson could potentially be plied off of Seattle's hands. I don't think that's going to happen either. So it devolves back to basically what we expected going into this offseason for George Paton, and that is find yourself the best case scenario veteran fail-safe in free agency, whether that's a Jacoby Brissett, as Mile High Huddle's Luke Patterson wrote about on Friday, if it's an Andy Dalton coming out of Dallas, if it's a Ryan Fitzpatrick. Find a competent veteran who can push Drew Lock a little, create some of that competition anxiety, and then also, be a little bit of a mentor. And if Lock gets hurt or if Lock falls flat on his face in 2021, you have a guy that can step in, keep you competitive, keep you competent. And then if that's how it shakes out, you gave it the old college try with Drew Lock, and you can fully jump into the 2022 quarterback market, whether it's free agency or draft, hell bent for high water, and just find your guy. But for now, I really do think, barring some kind of miraculous parting of the clouds and the football gods smile down on the Denver Broncos and make Deshaun Watson suddenly available, it's back to the free agent market.
Oh my gosh, just hearing that is exciting. I mean, we've been talking about Deshaun Watson being the biggest domino in this whole thing for a while, so the anticipation remains here.
It is an exciting prospect. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Who couldn't get excited about the notion of Deshaun Watson landing with the Denver Broncos? But at the same time, again, I have to caution, I got to throw in a little bit of reason here and talk about what it would take. I mean, it could be as many as 3 first-round picks plus a couple of foundational defensive pieces and or maybe even a couple of 2s. So you're mortgaging the next 3 years potentially in the draft. And that means all those holes that you currently have on defense. Offensively, you're pretty well set. Defensively, all those holes right now that need to be filled, whether it's cornerback, you need at least 2 cornerbacks who can play, not just guys you can develop, starters. All right. You need to upgrade your linebackers. You need depth at the edge rusher position because you don't know what's going to happen with Vaughn. You need depth on the defensive line, and you still have 2 situations at safety that are a little bit up in the air. So to me, it's just not one of those stars aligning type of situations, but stranger things have happened. So don't rule it out. The odds makers are taking money on it. We'll see how it shakes out.
Yeah, and we all saw that deal that Matthew Stafford went for. So, I mean, if we're doing any kind of comparison here, like you said, it's probably going to have to be a big one for the Broncos. But Chad, as always, thanks so much for your insight.
Thanks, Kim.